Arrowhead to play the Kansas City Chiefs, a team that's 5-5, disappointed about where they are right now, and probably incredibly hungry. So there is no rest whatsoever.
Exactly. Yeah, going through even just during bye week, I know every single person on the team felt the same way, but it was hard to get fully, mentally out of football, even though you're physically away. Everybody went back home to see their families and just relax and get away from the game for a little. But in the back of everybody's mind, we knew we still had a job to do this coming week, especially with the challenge, another AFC opponent, and obviously the history of the team being a super experienced team and a great team overall that we're going against this week. So it was hard to, fully enjoy time away because we're itching to get back on that field.
Yeah, he is Cam Bynum of the Colts. He's kind enough to join us on the Andy Moore Automotive Group hotline. So we see the surface, right? We see the loss last week in Denver, the 5-5 mark, and where this team is in the AFC West right now. What do you guys see of this Chiefs team that obviously playing against them, the average fan would not see in this case, Cam?
Yeah, we see a super capable team of, playing whatever type of ball that they want. They have a quarterback that can do it all. Good, especially from the defensive standpoint. They have players across the board. Every single receiver is capable of taking the game over. Obviously, a tight end, really a complete team. And then their record doesn't really show, but this is a really good team, so we're not overlooking them at all, regardless of what the record says, because we know this is an experienced team. So they've seen it all, they've done it all. So we have to go out there and be the better team.
Hey, Cam, as a player, I sit here and talk about a team that's 5-5, and maybe they feel a little desperation. Is there a desperate feel when you know that maybe you're into a must-win situation type of mode? Is that a feeling you have as a player actually on the field during a game?
No, me personally, I think all that's just noise when people say must-win. Every single person in this league goes into every single game as a must-win. I don't think anybody's going out there thinking that any week is casual, because no week is. Every win in the league is hard to get, and every loss hurts, no matter who you play, no matter how you lose. If you lose on a weekend, on a Sunday, or whenever you play, that never feels good. Every single week is going to be a test. So no matter who you're playing, no matter what your record is, every week, and that's just speaking as a competitor and just any football player across the league, I'm sure everybody would agree with what I'm saying, that every week feels like a must-win.
I'm going to see if you can back me up on this. I have must-win situations before for the Colts in week number 1, and people laugh at me. People joke about me. People make fun of me. But you would be in my corner on that, right? As far as must-win, whenever you go out there, hey, there are certain situations, there is no doubt, and if it's week 1, if it's week 12, whatever, you got to get that job done.
Exactly. Every time you step on the field, it's a must-win. Like I said, nobody's
there you
going
go.
on that field.
There you go.
Sunday is casual. You got to win every single week. Yeah, week 1, preseason, all that, must win.
That's Cam Bynum of the Colts on the Andy Moore Automotive Group hotline. The other thing I was thinking about is I cannot wait to see this secondary at full strength, because we're talking about you and Nick and Kenny. And, obviously Sauce Gardner out there now after that one game in Berlin with the Falcons in mind a week before last, and then the return of Mooney. What do you feel at full strength this secondary that you're a part of is capable of?
I just think we can be the best in the league. I think that's what we're working for. Obviously, the names carry weight, but at the end of the day, if we don't go out there and show it every single week, none of that matters. So I know what we're capable of, and I know I'm confident that each one of us can be the best, and we come together as a full group on the defense. We can help the pass rush get there so they can, get their sacks, and them helping us out too on the back end. I just think the secondary will, drive the bus for the whole team and set the energy. And if at the end of the day, if teams can't pass on you, you win the game. So we feel like the rest of the season is in our hands to do our job and get every single, shut down every single pass game that we go against.
How was that first game with Sauce Gardner back there with you guys? What that feel? I know he is still acclimating to a lot of things, and there are some things instinctual I'm sure he is going with, and other things that he was, still trying to learn when you guys were in Berlin. But how was that, and what was his effect of that secondary from what you thought?
Oh, it was exactly what I expected out of him. Go in there and learn. He learned it super fast, and he locked it down. he did his job really well at a high level, and he was able to come in there and put a lot of work in. We did a bunch of extra hours of watching film during the week after every single practice and every meeting. We stayed at least an hour after just to make sure our communication is rolling and that everything is perfect, because he's a student of the game. I don't know if a lot of people know that, but most corners, they're just focused on covering. Sauce is a guy, him, Mooney, the rest of our secondary, all the corners in our room pride themselves on being smart. So it was cool to be able to have him there. That was a guy that's eager to learn, and he learned the defense in less than a week, and that's hard to do. So just the type of player that he is, it showed.
Is that the ultimate test cram right there, too? I mean, he was basically cramming for a test, right? Was that the ultimate?
It is, yeah. Yeah, that's probably test times 10. Probably worse than any school test you have to take, go out there in an NFL game and have to go play. But he got an A on the test, in my opinion. So he went out there and learned well, and he made it easy for me playing safety next to him, and tackled well, almost had a pick six, all that. So he did his thing for sure.
I'm thinking about me, man, cramming for a test back in the day, but I didn't have to go then do my test in front of everybody, those that actually know, like your coaches, your coaching staff, and those colleagues, and then just a world full of dumbasses that have no idea what they're talking about, like us right here.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, you're judged, Cam. You're judged by everybody for that moment.
So, yeah, put on the all 22, and then let us know what people think after that. But you watch the film, don't just watch Bleacher Report highlight.
Oh, my God. I know it. I feel so bad every Monday when I come on here, and I wonder if I'm talking like 25% accuracy or not. So I'm going to have to start checking with you on that for sure. Cam Bynum on the Eddie Moore Automotive Group.
Go ahead. As long as you watch the all 22 before any opinion on who played, then we're good. You can say whatever you want.
People tell me if I go back and watch the film, I'd be more educated. I don't know if I'd be more educated or more confused, to be honest with you.
Maybe both, but at least you'll be able to say you watched the whole game.
Cam, dude, I'm not the brightest bulb in the pack either. That's part of the problem right there, I think. But I tell you what, I got a partner right here with me from Heaven Hill Distillery. We do picks every Thursday. We're at the Free Spirit in Castleton here in Indianapolis today. We normally do this. Brent Halverson has a question for you, Cam Bynum. Brent, go ahead.
Yeah, hey, Cam, I appreciate you taking time to join us here briefly today. First thing I want to say is congrats. Great game over in Berlin. That big hit cause for a fumble was awesome. I did see a little movie trailer that you were putting out, kind of recapping that Berlin experience out there. It looked pretty good. I saw this morning roll through on a reel.
Yes, sir. It was, just a little recap of the trip. It was fun.
It looked great, man.
Overall, just being able to, travel with the team.
Absolutely. Hey, I wanted to ask you, how has your transition been to the Colts? How's it been so far coming from Minnesota? What, how's that transition gone for you? I mean, it looks like you're tearing it up on the field. How you like Indy, man? How's things going?
Yeah, I love Indy so far. Just the whole city, everything. You have everything you need. You have nice suburbs where you can go out and relax. Then you go downtown. It's still a really nice city, good food. So it really has everything you need out here. And for me, I'm a chill homebody type of guy. So just being able to be in a place where it's nice and relaxed and not too much going on, I love it. So I feel like home ever since I got here. Was able to get a house and everything pretty quick, so I didn't feel like I was swimming around trying to find too much at once. But I just think everything, becoming teammates with new people, I was welcomed really quick and just felt like I was family as soon as I stepped in this building, and that helped the transition more than anything, because that's, the workplace. That's where I'm spending most of the hours of my day. So once I was able to get to know all the people and learn people's names and not feel like the new guy, that everything felt really, really comfortable once I was able to do that. So once I, learned everybody's name, became friends, I was like, okay, this is home for me.
That's awesome, man. Well, we're lucky to have you. We're happy to have you here. I do have a personal question for you, though. What is your favorite city or stadium to play in that outside of Lucas Oil, of course, and just in what you've played in your interim in the NFL? What's your favorite place to play? Away.
Ooh, good question. Is it cheating if I say Minnesota? Just since I played there for 4 years.
That's all good, man.
I was thinking you might go with another NFC North city and
he's
team,
edging. He's edging for Lambeau right here, Cam. Is what he's doing.
Green Bay? I would say that, but I played there. I would say that because of the history there, but I played there when it was cold, and that automatically gives it 0% on my liking scale. So
I got
do
you,
love
man.
the stadium nonetheless, but I hate playing there. If we play there November or later, it's the worst. It's the worst place to play.
There you go.
Right on, man. I appreciate it.
I can say that's one of my favorite places to play if it's in September, October.
All right, I can buy into that. I hear that.
Here's my worst to watch, and I'm not going.
Yeah, right.
Cam, I'm not going to put you in this because you play there coming up on Sunday, but I absolutely hate Arrowhead with a passion. I had the most miserable experience there ever back when the Colts were in the postseason against them during the Andrew Luck era. And everybody talked about how great it was, and this is just, and I thought that place was a toilet and it sucked. But this is not you. This is just me right here. I was not a fan of that. So go out and whip a little ass this weekend just specifically for that alone. I had zero fun there. But, yeah, you got to. I do, because that was a horrible experience. I mean, obviously things didn't go well back then for the Colts. That was one thing. But it just was not – it wasn't any fun, and I know that's supposed to be one of the pinnacles of places to play, certainly, in the NFL. What's been your experience at Arrowhead in your past? How many times have you played there?
I played there one time my rookie year preseason, and it was like 90 degrees, super humid. So that was a tough game because I think it was the last preseason game of my rookie year, so I had to play every snap, special teams and defense. So I was out there dying, and it was hot. It was one of those games I was in survival mode as a rookie. That's really all I remember from that game. And going out there, and they played their starters too. So it was like, I wouldn't say welcome to the NFL moment, but it felt like a real game. And the crowd, you hear about the Arrowhead crowd, and they were super loud in the preseason game. So that was probably my first cool NFL stadium experience, because I was able to go against Mahomes as a rookie, go against Tyreek, who was there, Kelsey, all that team that was assembled, that was winning all the Super Bowls. It was cool to be able to go against them as a rookie and really be able to test myself against that competition early in my career.
Yeah, it's Cam Bynum right there. Hey, before I let you go, did you have time to think about in your bye week your next celebration at all on the field?
Of course.
What do we?
I can't say it. People might steal it.
Not even a hint. Not a hint.
It's another. Yeah, 90s type of thing. So you guys will know exactly what it is when you see it. You guys will know. So don't even.
Something 90s.
Yeah, 90s TV show.
Oh, 90s TV show. You're going to do something like Saved by the Bell for us out there? Blossom?
I'm thinking a little Fresh Prince.
Fresh Prince?
A little Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
No more
people
listening.
I thought maybe you're going to do the electric slide or something like that out there with everybody. Get them a little line dance action.
It might have been done already. That's my thing. I can't do anything that anybody's done. Mine has to be 100% original NFL content.
Is there documentation about what's been done? Is there a history of celebrations that you have to look at and go, well, hell, I can't do that now?
You just have to research. 90% of the things people suggest has been done already. So you have to be – that's why I don't tell people, because somebody might steal it, then I can't do it.
I love it. That's awesome.
Let me tell you this. We got to see this. So big play time coming up on Sunday, okay? Because we got to see that.
Yeah,
I thought, I turned 21 in the 90s. I thought maybe you could do something of me stumbling out of a bar or something like that. Like you do a little.
That's been done several times.
Little jelly leg type of walk out of a bar or something like that right there. But that's cool as hell. I had no idea that you actually had. There's work behind those celebrations being done for you.
I take it serious. That helps us get more celebrations, more turnovers, the more we think about it.
Man, the thing you did, was it week one? What did the thing you do on your back? What was that thing again where you kind of bounced on your back there?
Some people call
what was
it the
that?
sidewinder. I don't know. I just thought it was funny. So it was just like a breakdancing move where you roll off your back and go sideways. It's just one of those things that's random. And that's why I thought it was so funny. 'Cause nobody would expect that.
Yeah, well, not only that, but like 5% of anybody can do it. For one, that takes.
Exactly. I knew nobody else could do it in the league, so I'm like, all right. At least I'll be unique.
You're helmeted up and got gear on and everything like that. I can't imagine that. Hey, we're really happy that you're here for one. I mention this all the time. I have a great deal of fun, and I don't know if you become a Pacer fan or not. I know they're going through kind of a transitional stage right now with their team, but I feel about you the way I felt when Obi Toppin. I mean, you're like an essential piece to what is a championship level type of team. I mean, I think that both on and off the floor out of you, and you have you show that all the time, and man, that's really appreciated. I know by the fans around here, both the work you do on the field and off the field to embrace everybody. It's really cool, man. And not everybody does it. Not everybody has the inclination to do it, but you do it at a very high level, and that's really cool, and people love it here.
Yeah, that means a lot.
Yeah.
That's the goal. I just want to be a light wherever I am. So I appreciate you saying that, because that is one of my goals, to, just impact people around me and play at a high level. And I think all that comes from, doing things the right way, just having joy in everything that I do.
All right. I'm going to be looking for some kind of Carlton dance or something like that maybe on Sunday. I don't know. Something from the
close.
90s. I know, I'm telling you. I'm there. Hey, man, thanks for hopping on here. I appreciate that more than you know, especially doing this live after practice. Get back to doing what you're doing, and we'll check in sometime soon whenever you come on, man, and just pop on. We'd love to have you.
Sounds good. Yep.
Hey, appreciate your time, Cam. Yep. Thanks, man. Go get him this weekend.
Cam Bynum right there, the Colts on the Andy Moore Automotive Group. He is a super guy.
Yeah.
Super.
I want to go hang out with him. You know what I mean? He just seems like that dude would just.
He would sit right here with us in a second.
Right here,
yeah.
and he's just got it sharp.
That's what I mentioned regarding Obi. I think Obi can hang with anybody.
Yeah.
And I have a great deal of admiration because I've always wanted to be that too. I've always wanted to be able to hang with anybody. No matter what the crowd, fit right in. And it's fun as hell, and I've always tried to be that. And when you see that at folks that are at that particular level, it is really cool, and he's absolutely one.
He is, and that's what makes it all about it, like you even just said. I mean, it brings just that breath of fresh air. You get a guy like that.
Yeah.
Like, say, his first year here, too, and just getting the feel of things, right? But he's open arms. Bring it on, and that's love to hear it, love to see it. Love to hear that story about
I think I got close to the Carlton dance.
That's what I was thinking all along was the Carlton, but I thought that had been done, so I didn't say the Carlton, but Fresh Prince might be something there. But I love that there's that much thought that goes into it. Like he said, you're kind of pumped up to make it happen so you can all do it, because they spend a little bit of time. You see them out there. They're all these teams, they got their dance down, man. I love that.
They do. There's no doubt about that. Hey, how are we doing here today at the Free Spirit? Allie and Miller's going to join a little bit later on. We're good.
Always good to be back here at the Free Spirit. I saw Dub and Nally and Miller up there earlier, so they'll be joining us here shortly. But great spot here. I mean, this is, we're fortunate to do at least a show here every year, and it's good to be back here again this year. Again, great staff, great food, great drinks. And speaking of drinks, we got some samples flowing.
We do. Lots of samples, so people come on by and join us because the samples are flowing. And getting back to Cam Bynum, I love it because, I mean, he fits right in. You jumped right in. He jumped right in conversationally. Man, I love that. That's a personality that everybody needs. You need a little infusion of different personalities.
Absolutely right, John. And he has it. It sounds like it all together.
You got that. This is Brent Holverson. I'm JMV. We've got samples flowing. That was Cam Bynum, the podcast at 1075thefan.com. We appreciate Matt Conti and the Colts for putting him on the show today. A lot of stuff there for you if you missed any of it, too. Otherwise, besides Brent Holverson's great friend Kevin Todd at 5'3", you guys have become really tight. You and Kevin Todd. Kevin Todd loves you. Kevin Todd actually likes you more than he does me.
Oh, man, Kevin's such a good dude. Anxious to hear what he's got going on today.
5:30 for Kevin Todd. Mike Chappell at 5, but otherwise, it's all of us at 239-1070. The email address is jmv@1075thefan.com. The text line is open at 317-239-1070. I should remind you, we have Motley Crue tickets to give away. I should remind you, we have Weird Al tickets to give away. Also, Bullseye pre-game party for the Big Ten championship game coming up on December the 6th. We have passes for that a little bit later on for you as well that you can win. And we've got Pacers last night, speaking of winning. Second win of the season over the Hornets, but everybody's concentrating on the scoreboard. And the scoreboard of Isaiah Jackson, what he is doing, and what Miles has yet to do in Milwaukee. We'll get into that. IU at home later on tonight. Purdue in the Bahamas versus Memphis later on tonight. So, hey, don't go anywhere. We are loaded, including our picks coming up in the 4 o'clock hour. That is Corbin back in the studio. I've got Brandon and Alicia here. Brandon is brand new to this program, so we're going to blame everything that goes wrong on Brandon.
Thanks, Brandon.
And Alicia is here as well. Dev's the on-site engineer. Let's go ahead and get this started. The free sample's flowing. We got our Larceny Bourbon Locks, Luna Azul Tequila Shots, Week 12 selections coming up here at the top of the hour. Don't go anywhere. Stream the app, HD Radio, AAA Membership Lounge via YouTube Live, 93.5 and 107.5 The Fan. It just does not consistently at all get after the quarterback like Kansas City, and their defense does not. So I would look at it there first. But the ultimate weapon is the MVP, and that's Jonathan Taylor. For a team that is going to be able to play off the run in the style that we expect, that may end up being, as it should be, if you're the MVP in that conversation, near that conversation, or if you're the front runner right now like Jonathan Taylor should be. That is the talk that should be happening. Is Jonathan Taylor, like he did versus the Falcons in Berlin, going to be able to ultimately will you with his performance to a win in a tough environment against the team that, simply put, that's not how the Colts are looking at it, but simply put, the Chiefs just aren't what the Chiefs used to be. Still good. Still have Patrick Mahomes, but not what they used to be. At least they haven't shown it yet.
Yeah, you're right. And the Chiefs, they got a lot of weapons though, and Rashee Rice, I think he's one of the best that's out on the field these days. Kelsey's definitely showing some signs of age, but he's still Travis Kelce. He's still got those hands.
He's putting up some numbers.
He's putting up some numbers. He is, but the running game is where they lack, and that's the strength of the Colts right now. And I say the strength of the Colts. I mean, Danny Dimes has looked great too.
Yes.
So they're kind of well rounded. But I think that running game, if they can kind of contend and get Cam and Sauce and really contain those receivers. And this could be a great ball game. I mean, it really could. I'm looking forward to watching. I think it's going to be one of the best on the board.
Last night, Pacers get their second win of the season. I just get this, and Mathurin had a double-double, 24 and 12, I think, was the number for Benedict Mathurin. And Jake and I were having this conversation during the Love Heating and Air crossover back at the top of the hour. This was just asked of me from Jake Riley. JMV, do you think that Mathurin proved to the Pacers with his absence his value to the team? And as a result, do you think that makes sense to sign him to an extension for a long term if he continues to play the way that he is playing? Love the show. Again, that's Jake Riley. I'm honestly, you see him as a guy that never stops, and I'm talking about working on his game, and you want those dudes that are, how should I put this, ceilingless. And I don't care if he's never going to be Kobe Bryant. I don't care if he's never going to be an elite level player. He's going to keep going after it like he ultimately can be. You need that, and I have zero idea what would compel anybody not to want to have him a part of this team. I think that would be such a major mistake. I think as he grows, I think he can conform. I think as he grows and Tyrese Halliburton comes back, that Tyrese Halliburton can make him even better. I just think right now you see a guy that really is in the present for the Pacers with the injuries and the guys that are out. I mean, he is perfect because that's really what Pascal Siakam has been forced to do. Yeah, the ball sticks, the ball stays, because these guys are having to create on their own. He doesn't have a problem with that, but I think it's way too damn overblown to believe that he can't be a part of a team in the fashion in which a lot of people don't believe him to be. I think it would be a major mistake. In fact, I'm more worried about this, Jake. I'm more worried about what happens if he gets so good he becomes how they view too expensive. Can he become too expensive? Considering what he has to do in games right now to be the guy, what he has done when he has been healthy, is that going to make him way too valuable on a market? Way too monetarily expensive for the Pacers to want to try to, is there a threshold for them? I don't think there's any way. The last thing I want is to see him kicking ass and taking names somewhere else. It's one thing, and everybody's going to love to hate Miles where Miles is right now. But the last thing you want to see is this guy. And also, I would tell you that he has a personality unlike the Pacers, of which is necessary. And nobody's soft in this. I'm not saying that at all. But he is hardcore basketball. You can't tell if they win or they lose. He's got the same demeanor, and he is hardcore. He is talented hardcore. You don't let dudes like that bail. you keep guys like that. I mean, the last thing that you want right now, too, when you think about that, I mean, you have Nembhard, and Nembhard has proven himself. He's going to be a part of the equation. But when you think about it, we're all questioning Walker and Shepard. Are we not? Even after games last night, we still question Walker and Shepard, I think, greatly, long-term with this team. You don't want to have to question another. I mean, you're talking about 4 dudes right here, in drafts. You don't want to be 3 of the 4, not here, not a part of it, not being a part of the plan for the future. I think Mathurin is way too valuable, and I think at times you want to believe in what you have heard about him in the past. And I just buy that. And I think it's probably too strong for me to say he can conform, because I don't think a true scorer and a go-to guy, and as people have said and suggested accurately that he's a dog, I don't think he has to conform. I think he wants to be a part of a winning team. And if you want a winning team, you make sure that guy is – I don't know what else he's going to have to prove to you. Because, honestly, you're not going to see what you guys want to see without Tyrese Halliburton this year. Hopefully there's enough evidence there. There is to me. So, Jake, that's how I feel about it. I feel very strongly about it. Last night with Miles Turner and the Isaiah Jackson comparison on double-doubles this year, whoever put that up there is probably going to have their ass in a sling, considering that Steve Simon responded to Bob Kravitz's message on X about it being weak. Sure, it's weak. And the organization and game day operations, you do have to be above that. Nobody's soft in this. Nobody can't take a joke. We all know how everybody feels. The reason why Miles isn't here is because he got soft-tossed monetarily, so he bailed for the cash, and he got an embrace and a love from Milwaukee. And he said all the ridiculously wrong things on his exit. I mean, just stupid stuff. He needed coached up like crazy, and he didn't get that. I said this to Jake a little bit earlier. Ultimately, Miles, you guys are going to get to point your finger and smile and go, hey, you made the wrong decision. Because when Giannis leaves, that thing is going to be a complete mess. And believe me, he's got this year, and I guarantee you that's going to be it. And then Miles is going to be stuck with some combination of whoever they trade with. I mentioned this earlier, like Karl Anthony Towns and whomever you throw in for the Knicks to make contracts meet up or whatever. But this is going to be like 1 year. And he is still not going to be what they expect when they went this far with him. He's still going to put up the numbers like he put up here, but he's not going to be effective there like he was here because there's no Tyrese Halliburton there. Face it, he was effective here because of Tyrese Halliburton. That was it. Tyrese Halliburton made his career. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's true. Made his career. And now everybody around here is butthurt about it. He's butthurt about it. And believe me, I'm all in on a good tit for tat. But organizationally speaking, or game day operations, you probably shouldn't do that. And I would agree. As much as Steve Simon, for example, thought that was weak, and I'm assuming both Kevin Pritchard and Chad Buchanan probably felt that was weak, Tyrese Halliburton probably was digging it. Right? He was probably digging it a little bit. Some of those former teammates were probably digging it. Frankly, I don't care. But I can just tell you that organizationally speaking and game day operations normally are viewed differently. That's just not like you and I out there being jackasses on the internet. And we can do that. We're allowed to do that. All right, it's okay. There are no repercussions for us. Well, I mean, I guess there is for me. For some of you anonymous jackasses, there's not. But there are repercussions, and there are going to be repercussions here because there's zero way organizationally they were digging that. And you could tell by Steve Simon in his response to Bob Kravitz. So, silly, but I will say this. I can play both ends of it. I can get down with the tit for tat. Now, the tit for tat is a very close cousin, in this case, Brent, tit for tat to grudge. So I'm right there in the category of grudge-holding tit for tatter. That's part of my repertoire right there.
Kind of like a rock and a hard place, isn't it?
I'm good at that right there. Tit for tat and grudge holder. Yeah. So that's kind of the way that it is, and that's the way you should look at it. It'll go away in a minute. But, yeah, I'm assuming that somebody is probably getting a stern talking to about that for Pacer game day operations.
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
Well, like I say, it's a tit for tat, if you will, and you can go both ways.
If you're us, you can do that. You can get away with it,
That's
right? I mean, I say all kinds of stupid stuff right here. You can get away with it.
Well, that's what it's all about, right?
Yeah, if I were to say, hey, that's a bunch of jackassery on the big, they're not going to like that. So I'm assuming that organizationally, much like it, especially when a part of ownership says, hey, that's weak, then that's going to be etched in stone. So that's not something you can say, well, it was a joke, it was hilarious, and I thought it was funny. It doesn't matter what you or I think is funny. It ain't going to matter when the owner or part of the ownership, when they don't think that's funny. Brent, what do we got top of the hour here, buddy?
Top of the hour, we're going to have Mr. Nally, Mr. Miller join us for week 12 picks. And
yes.
we've got a very interesting board. 3 big games stand out to me, John. That Pittsburgh-Chicago game is going to be pretty big, but the Colts-Chiefs, I think, is going to be the one we really talk about, and that Eagles-Cowboys game, I think, is going to be an interesting one, too. So there's some great games out there. We'll go through it top of the hour and see what the Ryans have to say about things.
All right, we'll come back with how we did last week.
Let's do it.
Upstairs Pub Unlimited last week. Hey, we're at the Free Spirit in Castleton. We would love to see you. In fact, we want to see you. We want you here. And the cocktails are flowing. I need some toys to stuff the box, too. This time of year, incredibly important that we continue to give the toys. You can bring them here. We'd love to have you. And like I said, the free samples, as always, they flow. We do have stuff to give away, too. I know Motley Crue tickets coming up in August in 2026 at Ruoff. And I've got bullseye passes coming up for that pre-game party for the Big Ten Championship game. Hey, don't go anywhere unless you're on the inbound here. Free Spirit, Castleton. Would love to see you. The stream, the app, HD Radio, AAA Membership Lounge via YouTube Live. Let us take a break. We'll come back with you. Top of the hour, our Week 12 picks on the way. Larceny Bourbon Locks, Luno's Rule Tequila Shots. 93.5, 107.5, The Fan. Hey, it's John here for Premier Weight Loss. This has been outstanding. Premier Weight Loss with 2 locations, Fishers and Northside of but I don't know where he is. Deb's the on-site engineer. Alicia's over there as well. The teacher from Beavis and Butthead, Brandon, is around here someplace right now, too. We've got shirts to give away. Larceny Bourbon Locks, Luna Azul Tequila Shot shirts, and we've got Christmas toys in a box. We would love to have you bring and stuff this box. This time of year, it's incredibly special, and we try to help with that cause as we're here at the Free Spirit Larceny Bourbon Locks, Luna Azul Tequila Shots, week number 12 in Castleton, Brent Halverson. This is our location.
This is our location, John. We're going to get ready to kick off week 12. It's always blown my mind. We're, next Thursday, we won't have a show due to the Thanksgiving holiday.
Crazy.
However,
why don't we do it on Thanksgiving?
We should do one on Wednesday. Maybe I'll call in. We're not going to be anywhere. Maybe we'll just do a little call in there. So, but we'll let you know where we'll be to kick off the following week. We've got a new special spot we'll be going down to. And
new special spot?
Yeah.
I like the new special
December
spot.
4th will be the next Thursday. And should we go ahead and say it? I mean, since we got a little buffer there.
What the hell, might as well.
So not next Thursday. Yeah. Celebrate with your family, watch football, and drink a lot of Heaven Hill products. We'd love you for that. Enjoy the day. It's a big family day. But the following Thursday, I believe that's December 4th, we will be down at the Garage Pub in Columbus, Indiana.
What? We're going to Columbus?
We're going to Columbus, my man. We're getting calls from all over the state now, so it's starting to spread a little bit. I love it.
Bartholomew County, here we come.
That's right.
Now, where's the garage in Columbus exactly?
It's right downtown, kind of across.
I love it.
It's right down there. It's I'm going to say 4th Street, but I can't even think if that's it or not. Pretty sure it is.
I might have to stop by Thompson Furniture and talk to my man Spencer and get a new couch and a lounge chair or something.
Look at that. Do a little shopping down there. You probably hit Goodwill on the way.
Yeah. Oh, I bet they got a nice Goodwill down there in Bartholomew County.
Oh, I guarantee you.
I am Goodwilled up right now, too. My whole wardrobe is like Goodwill. I'm so proud of that. I love it. Look how tight this medium is on me right now. Goodwill has no idea the douche they've turned me into right here, but I absolutely love it. Hey, Ryan Miller is a part of this group right here. Nowly's yip-yapping over there with Tommy S., which is outstanding. Good to see you, fellas.
What's up, man?
Nowles is here.
Sorry, I had to talk to Tommy S.
I love
Coaches
Tommy S.
about a couple things. More importantly, is Vikings about what they did to me last weekend.
They screw you?
A little bit, but
JJ.
We'll try to get it back this weekend.
I think you should.
We will.
You and Laurel called me on Saturday night.
We did. We were having a little backyard party.
My phones were down, buddy.
I know.
3.5 hours with a down phone.
We heard the shout outs, man, and I was like, I can't understand, but then I was with Laurel.
I know.
mean, the inebriation that I was in.
Well, she was pretty deep in the Luna Azul tequila at that point in time, probably, right?
I think she had maybe a quarter a bottle of Luna Azul.
Oh my!
Then I was on Elijah Craig, and we were mumbling by 9 o'clock.
I'm sure.
It was a beautiful night, and
And then Ryan Miller went to MCL and went to bed at 9 o'clock.
He did.
Oh, heavens no. Heavens no. What, this last Sunday? Yeah, this last Sunday probably. Sunday before that, no.
He didn't shave. I mean, look at the patches in his beard.
I don't even realize it's growing anymore.
You're
the one that has it. I don't look in a mirror. So this is your responsibility.
Hey, the Packers drive me nuts.
Yeah, they drive me nuts too this year.
I know.
Started off hot and they've just not looked good. But,
is Jordan Love good?
He is. The play calling has been very suspect this year, and I really think play calling.
Matt LaFleur.
Yeah,
we're having some issues.
Yeah.
Are we? Is it about time to punt LaFleur?
The run, pass, punt strategy.
Yeah.
It just, that's a lot of punting.
They're onto it. Everybody's onto it, too. They know our plays.
They figured it out.
Yeah, they're like, they're
calling
stacked
it out
right. They're running. Yeah.
I mean, that's frustrating.
You guys kind of suck.
I think you got a little fire under his butt.
I can't stand to play them anymore. I mean, you pick them, you have no idea where
Don't bet them.
Yeah,
don't bet them right now.
They are a don't bet category.
Defense is holding them to under 20.
We don't have that ability to not bet them. We're going to bet.
We have to bet something.
Yeah, we got to bet it.
Well, the one bet I did have was Kraft, and that's gone.
Yeah. Hey, you know what?
He's done so.
They won last week.
They did.
And they didn't lose against the spread, but they didn't win against the spread. They pushed. -7 was a push last week.
The Matchbox 20 of bets right there. Push.
We appreciate the Giants. We didn't actually have to wait until we were losing by 10 in the first quarter. Unlike most of the league,
right?
We didn't get into that scenario.
You guys want to do some picks coming up here next?
Yeah.
Nally, Miller, sit tight. And Brent's going to be here too. Free Spirit, we'd love to see you. The free samples are flowing too with Heaven Hill Distillery. This reminder: Windschuler Spreadability, great high-level snacking for the Thursday nighter. A little college hoop later on tonight if you're feeling it. Original sharp cheddar, bacon and cheddar, and jalapeno pepper. The spreadability of Windschuler's at Neiman's Harvest Market. You can also find that too along at Meyer locations throughout the state of Indiana and Gordon's Food Service. The spreadability of Windschuler. Ryan Miller's wanting the spreadability of Windschuler's right now. Hey, our Week 12 picks coming at you next. Free Spirit, 93.5, 107.5 The Fan. The Death Star, the Millennium Falcon.
I got
What
all
were some of
those.
your famous toys back in the day?
I got them all, man. All the Star Wars
You got
figures.
the AT-AT Walker?
I got them all. G.I. Joe stuff, too, yeah. But Star Wars was my big thing,
Yeah.
and I got all the figures there, all of the case and
What
all
toys
that
did you guys
jazz.
play with back then?
I mean, Star Wars and G.I. Joe. And,
Yeah, G.I. Joe. I was a big G.I. Joe kid.
yeah.
Thundercats.
My
Thundercats?
Oh, there was a
Did you-
little silence there.
What was the dude that you could see his innards?
The look on your
He
face.
had the clear chest, and you could see his innards, and he had no wiener. What was that? You could see his insides.
On what?
No, it was like a doll, and it was clear, and you could through his chest, and you could see
On
the.
G.I. Joe?
Nah, just a dude in general.
Your parents are weird.
Well, I didn't get it,
What did they let you play with?
but it wasn't anatomically correct because he didn't have a wiener.
Was it the $6 million
Oh, yeah.
man or
I
something like
maybe
that?
back
And I
then.
get yeah.
Somebody tell me what that is on the
Nowadays,
text line.
and I
right
get- and I
I'm
get
not
threatened
lying.
with
That was
FCC
that was a
violation.
real. Yeah, I know. That was a
Yeah,
real
and
toy.
I'm the one.
Did you talk to anybody about this before today, or are you just throwing
Well,
this out?
no,
there
it
now?
was a toy.
Sure.
I mean, we had some weird ass toys back.
You know
then.
what?
Like the Stretch Armstrong was weird.
In all the years
Yeah.
we have been on all the years we've been on this radio
Yeah.
show, and that you've looked at me like,
Yeah.
FCC,
And now-
don't. This is
Well,
teeter
Now,
totter.
I have personally, I really enjoyed my Stretch Armstrong. I thought that was a very cool toy. And now, as you look back in history, that's an extremely cool toy. However, as many times as I've talked about the Stretch Armstrong, I have never had to mention to anyone he didn't have a wiener.
He didn't.
Why is that the? Why is that your choice?
Why don't they make him anatomically
that's all I'm
correct?
saying.
I think we should cue the music.
Why
I
not?
think we should cue the music.
I just
Like,
wonder.
why is that the key?
I was just curious. Had you ever cut the Stretch Armstrong open to see what's inside?
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
No
man.
This might,
See, I was big during
this might be the last time we're on radio.
I was just curious.
I was big during the Star Wars era.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I had all
grew
the
up
Star Wars. Yeah, and I remember how hard it was initially to find the Jawa. Remember the Jawa? Yeah. And they made two different ones, one without the cloak and one with the cloak. Does that make me a nerd?
Cannot wait to get to the picks.
You did mention the AT-AT though. Did you have the AT?
Oh hell yeah! That was
Okay.
I had that in the
You had good parents.
I had the
You had
Death-
good parents if you had the AT.
Death Star. Like the Death Star looked exactly like the apartment I wanted to live in when I grew up.
But it
I
was
thought
like-
that'd be a
was that
great
one
looking
opened up
apartment.
and then had the half.
I hope you grew
Yeah.
up. I hope you grew up.
But yeah,
I hope you
the
grew
Death
up
Star
by
had a
the time
big
you got
gun
to
on
Indiana
top,
State.
and then it had a trash compactor below, and had like a
Yeah.
trap door and an elevator. I thought, man, that'd be a great apartment. Why not?
I think we need to cue the music.
We're different eras. You guys ready? Week 12 picks. By the way, Free Spirit, Brent Halverson's our location in Castleton.
It is, guys.
What
It's
are we
great
doing besides giving? We want people to bring toys.
Yeah, bring some toys.
For this time of year, yeah.
For those toys, we got some samples so we can help spread the holiday cheer. So bring some toys out for the kids. Come join us here. Great place. It's awesome to be back here, guys. Awesome staff, awesome drinks, awesome food, and a great place to see music, too.
Yes.
So we'll talk a little bit later about what's coming up here
We
at
will.
Free Spirit going on. But, hey, real quick, let's go back. Last week, we had a great week at the Upstairs Pub in
Okay,
Bloomington.
yes.
So you went 8-6-1.
Kick ass.
So we did have a push. That Packer-Giants game was a push. So you were 8-6-1. I went
Packers,
9-5-1. Matt went 8-6-1. Mike 7-7-1, and Jake, they brought him in for relief. He went 6-8-1, so he was low on the totem pole. But great time last week at Upstairs Pub, and like we just mentioned earlier, off next Thursday for Thanksgiving. Following weekend, we will be at the Garage Pub and Grill, and that is on 4th Street in Columbus.
Columbus, Indiana, coming up the week after this, too. And we had a great time on Kirkwood at the Upstairs.
That was
last
fun,
week.
man. That
Yeah.
was fun.
It was
Good to see a lot of your old school friends and
Yeah,
people coming
all my
out.
high school friends came
Yeah.
out. Don Fisher came out.
Don Fisher
and Buck
talking him
Sewell
live was
made an
awesome.
appearance,
That
too.
was great,
It was a good time. Fellas, you guys ready to?
Miller and I were going to make it, but we were trying to figure out our cloaks and
Cloaks.
like
Cloaked or
what
uncloaked?
was going on.
It's true, man.
We didn't have the
Cloaked or
wardrobe.
uncloaked right there.
have
Did
the
you have Boba Fett? And remember Boba
Boba
Fett's
was my
ship?
favorite.
Slave One was Boba Fett's ship. Slave One. And it kind of flew like, it was weird flying like this right here. And the TIE fighter had that little ejector thing where his like wings would fall off.
Yeah, I do remember that.
And then they had Darth Vader's TIE fighter, which had tilted wings and not the straight up wings. It looked like a tie.
I like it.
Any other notary you guys want right here?
Your knowledge
Vader's
is
I'm
spot
full
on.
of your notary.
That's
Darth
just awesome.
Vader's junk looks
Yes.
pretty
Hey,
good too. Like,
hey, hold on a second. I just got Mr. Goodbody. Look up Mr. Goodbody. That's what I'm talking. That's the toy with the innards.
Oh,
And it shows you everything in the interior of the chest of a male. And then you go below and you go, hey.
cue the music, Bob.
All right. Mr. Goodbody.
Get off on a tandem here.
Corbin, are you ready? Let's go ahead and hear the band here.
Superhero.
I'm telling you, week 12. Larceny Bourbon Locks, Luna Azul Tequila Shots. Does it really start in Houston later on tonight? Is that true?
It does. It does.
Man, the Bills notoriously have struggled in covering this year. 5.5-point favorites on the road. They've got to get things going and get things going right now, Brent. So I'm going to go ahead and lay the 5.5 and give me the Bills. I'm apprehensive. I don't trust them, but you have to. Well, that's weird right there.
Yeah,
That was on like Captain Kangaroo, guys.
I'm never having you on this show ever again.
The Bills are sitting at 5-5 against the spread, so they're 50% covering that spread. I think they go after and get it tonight. They're going to start off Thursday night.
I made too much about it. They're 50-50
They're,
okay.
they're 5-5 against the number. So I like it too. I think they're going to go into Houston. Houston's banged up. Still no C.J. Stroud. You're going to get a little bit more Davis. Hey, I'm going to go ahead and take Buffalo 24-17. They cover that 5.5. Give me the Bills.
Nels.
Bills.
Millers.
Yeah, I think they finally came through last week. They'd been struggling a bit. Obviously, that Dolphins game screwed them up, but they came back against that Buccaneers team. I think they're going to ride it through. I'll take the Bills.
All right, guys. Ravens got to get on a run here, make up some lost ground earlier this season with Lamar Jackson, their quarterback, being injured. 13.5-point favorites at home versus the Jets. The Jets are an absolute disaster per usual. Big fat number to lay, but I'm going to do it right here because I can't trust the Jets to cover that whatsoever. Led the 13.5. Give me Baltimore at home because they got to get things going and get things going in a big hurry, Brent.
They really do, and that division is the worst division in the NFL right now, so it's really anybody's game. I think Baltimore, again, that's a big fat number, but it is the Jets, right? So I'm going to take Baltimore. I'll lay that 13.5. Make it close, though, 34-20. They cover by that hook.
Yes, sir, Nelly.
I'm going to stay with the dogs on this one. I'm taking the Jets and the points.
Miller.
Yeah, as much as I can never take the Jets for anything. I'll take them with that 13.5 points because Baltimore is just not getting it done.
Great play right there with our Larceny Bourbon Locks, Luna Azul Tequila Shots. So the Bears are 2.5-point favorites at home at Soldier Field against Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, man, one week they're on, the next week they're off. Aaron Rodgers is over it. There's no doubt about it, but kind of realize that this is all on him right now. I'm going to go ahead and take that 2.5 and give me Pittsburgh on the road against the Bears. Brent?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Rodgers has that little slight fracture in the left wrist. Again, that's not his throwing hand, so that's not going to do anything. Rodgers does own the Chicago Bears. I don't think they get it done, though. The Bears, they're looking good. They've won 3 straight. Ben Johnson's got them playing a whole different set of ball right now, so they're sitting on top of the NFC. I'm going to say the Bears go ahead and get this win. 24-20, Bears cover.
What do you got now?
I personally don't think that Rodgers plays. He is a soldier. He is good. I think it's going to be too much with that wrist injury.
Yeah, he's got a fractured left wrist.
I think that he sits. He didn't practice today. Bears are playing good ball. I hate saying that.
Bears keep coming through at the end of games. I don't think they're going to dominate this one, but I think they're just going to get the job done. And I hate to say that the Bears keep doing it, but they do. Hey, I'll give credit to where credit is due. Here goes the Bears.
I hope we're wrong, and I hope you're right, because I need the Bears to lose a game.
I would love the Bears to lose.
Well, don't worry
John.
about it. Look at the year-long numbers. I've been right.
I know.
Well, I've been wrong.
That's
Yes.
it. I love it.
Yes.
Money is actually on Pittsburgh, too. That number was at 3. It's down 2.5. Takes a lot to move it off that big 3 number, so you could be onto something.
Miller, do you have something to add there?
No, you're good.
Cool. Okay.
Well, I was curious about actually where the numbers were for the year and percentages.
I'm kick-ass. Everybody else isn't. That's all you need to know.
Do you ever track the actual locks when you give them
Yeah,
every week?
I was stone cold. I haven't turned any larceny locks in. Neither one of us have. You haven't done any all year. You've just been printing winners.
I'm making everybody money right here, Miller. I don't have all that time.
You're not the stats guy.
He's 17 games. He's 17 games above 500.
I know how this works.
Hey, man, I'm making everybody money. Larceny Bourbon Locks, Lunas, Old Tequila Shots, Week 12. Free Spirit. Guys are here. Patriots 7-point favorites on the road in Cincinnati. Kind of a big number for the Patriots to do, and Drake May has been fantastic this year, but maybe a little bit of steam last week However, I'll lay that number. Give me the Patriots on the road as the favorite in the Queen City. Brett.
Yeah, this one's questionable here because you've got a little Joe Burrow. He's practicing now. Joe Burrow.
I don't think he plays, though.
I don't think he does either, but it's still out there to be announced.
2 days now he's been in practice?
Yeah, but he's been back, and this is well advanced. It was always been announced that he was really shooting for Thanksgiving, which is next week. But who knows?
Did Joe do anything wrong?
I will tell you, though, that, Flacco's a little bit injured. He's banged up, too.
Yeah.
And
he's 84.
He is 84, so that does come into play a little
This
bit.
year.
Could play Sunday.
Could play Sunday. It's out there, and that number went from 8.5 to 7.
did,
So
yeah.
there's a bunch of money on Cincinnati. Usually tells you those wise guys know a little bit more of what's getting ready to happen. This is a big game. I'm going to go. I mean, I'm torn on this. It really comes down to who is playing, right? You know, we don't have no Jamar Chase for spitting, which is an absolute idiot. I'm going to take the Bengals plus the 7 here, though. Give me Cincinnati Bengals plus the 7.
Brent Holverson is torn.
He is torn on this one, so I'm going to take the home dog. Home dog.
Nows.
I hate the Patriots more than my old hound dog that peed all over everything, but I'm taking the Pats.
Did he pee on your stuff?
Everywhere.
Did he pee on your carpet?
He was the worst.
Which one?
Chesney.
Yeah.
The peer.
Pat.
You ain't nothing but a hound dog.
That's what he was.
Peeing all the time. No. What you got, Miller?
I think without Jamar Chase, Brent Holverson, you jumped in on our bets on that. Jamar Chase to catch a pass for a couple weeks of the year was just absolute outstanding money. I think that without him, man, that's all done. Pats have been playing great football. I think Pats get this done.
All right, Lions 10.5-point favorites. Ford Field versus the Giants. Lay the 10.5. I'm taking big numbers right here. This could be a swing week for me, not to make anybody any money, but I'm going to lay the 10.5. Give me the Lions. Brent.
Yeah, the Detroit Lions, they're due to come back, and they're at home. And Jared Goff, he is a inside player. I mean, he'll come out and light it up. I think he's going to light them up, too. Give me the Detroit Lions. Lay that big number, 10.5. Buy that half point, though. Detroit 30-17. They get the cover.
We got over there now.
My Lunazul lock of the week.
Oh, lock it up, buddy.
Yeah, Lunazul lock of the week. Detroit Lions. I probably won't drink Lunazul again after Laurel and I on last Saturday night, but
because they can't make enough. They can't make enough to keep up. Is why
you called us out. But I'm going to tell you right now, it's just that's what still I almost gagged by saying Lunazul lock of the week, but that's it.
Miller.
This is a statement game for Dan. Honestly, Giants are coming in there. I think they're absolutely outmatched. They can't hang the way they were hanging in the fourth quarter for those games, or before the fourth quarter for those games. Lions are going to crush them.
All right, Larceny Bourbon Locks, Lunazul Tequila Shots. Tommy S., this one's for you right here, buddy. Tommy S. of Coach's Taverns up here with us right now. Packers 6.5-point favorites. Lambeau Field over the Vikings. Man, I'm so pissed at the Packers. They drive me nuts this year. When I pick them, they don't. When I don't, they do. And whatever. Push last week. Give me the 6.5 and give me the Vikings. Screw the Packers. Sorry, Brent.
Ooh. Hey, it's all good, man. They have not looked good. We talked earlier. We talked earlier because, again, play calling has not been good for Green Bay. And saw a little switch up last week, but,
now all of a sudden, Matt LaFleur's a little nerd over there working stuff. Yeah.
He's getting out, and he needs it too. I mean, he's a great coach, great guy. I'd like to see somebody else come in and call those plays because that 2 weeks ago he was over there with his Texas Instruments and his
he was a slider playing
slicer and all that jazz on the back. He looked like he was seeing ghosts, kind of like Sam Darnold with those four picks. But I'm going to go ahead and tell you what here. I am going against John. Give me those Green Bay Packers at home in the confines of Lambeau Field to get the big W against the Vikings. 27, which they've scored 6 times this year. This will be number 7. 27-17 Packers win. Cover.
Well, outside of anything else, Minnesota Vikings right now have to show and prove this weekend. And nobody is more angrier on Degenerate Row than Tommy S. from Coach's Tavern when the Vikings play terrible or don't win. I know as long as they compete, but I've got Minnesota and the points.
Miller.
I'm going to lose some friends.
I'll bring Tommy S. over for this one. Tommy, what is it? What did I circle here? I never do this. No. So I'm going to go ahead And I'm going to take the Green Bay Packers.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that one. That's a great call.
Let's go.
You want to add something to
I
it?
do, because I've got my Lunazil Tequila fantasy pickup of the week.
Cool.
Emmanuel Wilson, right? You know, Josh Jacobs is a little banged up. I think he's going to play, but Emmanuel Wilson, he is the guy that is getting a lot of work. And with Jacobs banged up, he's going to get a little bit more work. He could get a lot of it. He stepped in last week, got 10 carries for 47 yards.
He's getting receiving and rushing yards out of it.
And he brings that change of pace back action in there too. So even if Jacobs, thank you, Josh Jacobs plays, you're still going to see a lot of Emmanuel Wilson. Emmanuel Wilson's available in a lot of those leagues, so be sure to grab him today.
13.5-point favorites, the Seahawks and Sam Darnold on the road to Nashville versus the Titans. Man, the Titans aren't worth a darn, but I think they're going to cover this right here because Sam Darnold's not been great, but last week maybe out a little bit. So give me that 13.5 and give me the Titans in Nashville. Home field advantage right there.
I remember last week, I think you took the Titans, and that didn't work out. They are not a good football team,
What
John.
is my problem?
I cannot do it. I cannot. It is a big number. I don't like those big numbers like that. But I'm going to say this is going to be a comeback game for Mr. Darnold, who's just been seeing ghosts again and throwing picks. I think they're going to go in there and tear him up. 30-14, Seahawks win and cover.
Nels.
I agree with Halvey right here. Seattle Seahawks.
Caw. Talk to me over there, Miller.
Yeah, he was terrible last week. I think the Titans are still the worst coach team in football. Nothing's changed there. That's such a big number. But, man, I got to stay with the Seahawks. How do you bet against, or how do you bet for the Titans?
Jaguars kind of drive me nuts, too, because they're back and forth. Hey, good one week, not good the next. I mean, really, there's an extreme, really good one week, really bad the next. 3-point favorites on the road against Arizona. I think Arizona basically is giving up here. I don't think there's a question about that. And then the 3, give me Jacksonville, the home. I checked that. The road favorites in Arizona coming up on Sunday.
I agree with you, man. I mean, I think it's going to be a close game, but numbers 3, I think it's probably a 4-point game. But I do think Jacksonville, they're sitting at 6-4. Arizona going the wrong way. You got some quarterback issues going on there. You know, we got Jacoby Brissett back in there again. I'm going to go ahead and take Jacksonville. They cover this by a point, 27-23, Jacksonville.
Nels.
As much as I hate taking them, and it's the division, I'm taking Jacksonville.
What do you got over there, Miller?
It's a weird game. Jacoby, obviously, he's getting all the completions, but, man, they just aren't putting up enough points, and their defense isn't stopping anything. Got to go with Jacksonville.
Oh, yuck and yuck here. Larceny Bourbon Locks, Lunazil Tequila Shots, Browns and Raiders in Las Vegas. There's zero way I'll do anything with this game unless we weren't put to the test right here. Lay the 3.5 and give me the Raiders for nothing else. They're at home. That's it.
Yeah, I think Shedeur getting his first NFL start. I think he's going to have a rough day in Vegas. And this is the ugliest game on the board. It's also the lowest point total, 36.5. I think the Raiders get it done. I think it's going to be right at that number. Give me the Raiders 20, Cleveland 16. They cover by a half point, the Raiders.
Now,
Ugly game. I think Max Crosby might have his first felony ever as a human being against Shedeur.
I don't think it'd be his
they
first,
might arrest him after the
I think it'd be
game
his second.
for what he's going to do to Shedeur. But I'm taking the Raiders.
what do you got, Miller?
Man, I mean, Myles Garrett and the defense over on the Browns are their best chance to score points in this game. I got to take the Raiders, though.
Eagles.
They're both bad.
Eagles 3-point favorites on the road in Dallas. Lay the 3. Give me the Eagles sprint in that one.
I'm going against you here.
Oh,
I
yeah?
think, I
Well,
like
that's
Dallas in this
problematic
one.
for
I
you.
mean, you know, Philly, again, they've won 4 in a row. They're 8-2. They're 7-3 against the spread. I mean,
Yeah.
they're doing it right. They just don't look like the Eagles that did it all last year. I think going into Dallas, they've got a potent offense. And George Pickens, man, he has really stepped up this year, getting out of Pittsburgh and into Dallas, putting him beside CeeDee Lamb. You got Jamal running the backfield. Dallas Cowboys win this game 27-26 in an upset. Give me the +3.
Ryan Nelly.
This is my larceny lock of the week. You
Lock
can bet the dogs, the wife, leave the kids alone. All you can bet it all. The house, Dallas Cowboys +3.
Miller.
Well,
Take that
That
advice.
was pretty convincing.
It
right?
was, yeah.
That was
Yeah.
pretty convincing. I'll switch. I'll take the Dallas Cowboys +3. Eagles got called for a false start in the tush push last week, right?
No, they didn't get called for
I
that.
thought they got called for one false start on one
They
tush
did.
push, which
Did they?
means
Okay.
times are changing.
The officials are actually looking at
Means
it.
that
I know that game against the Packers, though, they did not call, and they
No.
were all moving.
no, it will everybody except for the center was.
Yes. Yes, that's a big thing.
Hey, cool. Can we have more tush push conversation here? Let's
Yeah.
Ugh.
Bend over. I'll show you.
Wait a minute. Let me get in formation here. Falcons and the Saints coming up.
I can't wait till you guys get kicked off radio. and
What
Miller
I
and
know.
read this.
You guys are all getting me in trouble right here. 1.5-point favorites to the Saints at home. I think the Falcons, they probably win this by double figures, but I'm going to go ahead and take the Saints at home in this, Brent. Go ahead.
Kirk Cousins, he's back. He's back.
Yeah.
He's making all that money. He's going to get paid
Such
to go out
a
and do something
frightening
now.
thought.
He didn't look good coming in last week. Yeah, the Saints are, they're not. They're in fact, they're both these teams. Again, another game. It's not
They're
that good.
trying. They're not good.
Exactly. It's going to be a close one. 23-20. Saints win. That means they cover the 1.5. Give me the Saints.
Another garbage game. I'll take Falcons and the 1.5.
Well, Kirk Cousins puts up some fun games sometimes. Let's just see what he can do with the week of practice with the Falcons.
6.5-point favorites, the Rams. Man, they are legit. Matthew Stafford, top of the MVP list. They get the Buccaneers at home at SoFi. I'm going to go ahead and 6.5-point favorites at home. Give me the Buccaneers. Give me Baker Mayfield to the Buccaneers with that 6.5 on the road, Brett. Does that make sense to you?
It does. Tampa didn't cover last week. I actually liked them last week.
Yeah.
They're still missing receiver help. Mike Evans being out is a big, big loss for him. Chris Godwin has to get back. I haven't seen anything up on him right now, so I'd keep an eye on that. But the Rams, they barely snuck by last week. They won by 2. They did not cover against those Seattle Sea Chickens. I don't think they cover this one, too. I think they win the game. You give me 6.5. I'm going to take all those points. 27-24 Rams win. Bucks cover.
Nouse.
Yeah, I'm taking Bucks on the points.
Miller.
I appreciate you guys. I love Baker Mayfield. I feel like he's going to snap back this week. I'm going to take the Rams.
All right, Panthers and Niners. It's funny. There's a redeeming quality with the Panthers this season. 7-point dogs on the road in Santa Clara. I'm going to take that 7 and give me the Panthers. Going to run the football a little bit, do what you need to do, at the very least, to cover the spread. Brett Halverson.
Yeah, I mean they're quietly winning games, right? I mean it's pretty wild. They're 6-5, which I don't feel like they are,
give it
but
to
they
me,
are.
baby,
They're
like Rick
7-4
James
against
said.
the spread. San Francisco also they're 7-4. They're 6-5 against the number. Purdy's back. He played last week. Looked good. I think San Francisco's too much for him here. San Fran 30-20 over the Panthers. They cover the 7.
Got over there now.
Tricky game with the spread, but I'm going to take the Niners at home to cover that 7.
Miller.
Yeah, if it was the other way around, I'd honestly go for the home team on the other way around. I'll go for the home team on this way around. San Francisco's going to take care of it.
All right, Larceny, Bourbon Locks, Luna's Hill, Tequila Shots. We get to the Colts in Kansas City. We had Cam Bynum on a little bit earlier. He's very convincing
great, man.
about how ready. He was so good on the show. He would be so pissed to know that as of right now, the Colts, 3.5-point dogs on the road at that toilet known as Arrowhead. The Colts are going to cover. God, this is such a cop-out, but they're going to lose 28-27. The desperation of the Chiefs wins out 28-27, Brent.
So you're taking the Colts
Over
plus the
Colts.
3.5
Yes,
as your
I am.
official pick.
Yes. But the final score, yes.
I absolutely-
Colts plus the 3.5. They lose 28-20. See, I'm pulling up with a wheelbarrow full of sack right here, though.
You really
That's
are.
impressive.
That's a
because
very,
I'm not picking. I just think that's how this is going to go down. He was very convincing, though.
He was, and I told you I was kind of teetered a little bit hearing him talk
Yeah.
like that, talking about how they're getting the celebrations ready for the place. I don't think it's going to happen this week. I mean, as neutral and as medium looking that Kansas City's looked this year, I think this actually money wise, speaking money only, I hope the Colts win. I think Kansas City gets this game pretty easy, 30-20, we'll call it. Kansas City covers, though. Give me Kansas City Chiefs.
I should mention, by the way, too, Nels, that Daniel Jones.
Yeah, we
just
did.
got
Yeah,
added to
report.
the injury report.
Yeah, limited
Don't know what that's about.
participation.
Don't really care.
I
mean, it's concerning. Yeah. It's concerning a little bit.
Are you still firm?
I am still somewhat erect about the pick.
That's grossing us all out.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, we're
Obviously, you're not
we're cloaks
Mr.
and daggers, but however, I will say this: I do believe that Kansas City, with that loss last week, and their whole season is on the line. I'm still going to take the Colts because I just can't do it. I'm going to take 3.5. Obviously, as a gambler, I'm going to bet it up to 4.5, or 4. But I'm taking the Colts to the points.
Talk to me, Miller.
Man, that's a tough one. I think both these teams are going to do very similar things on offense. You're trying to take a lot of time off the clock. You're trying to push the ball down the field, nothing aggressive, just control the game. Chiefs obviously great at it. Andy Reid. I just feel like this is the Colts' year to do this to be able to win this kind of game.
Yeah.
That's a lot going on. You got some defense.
Let's just say AR does play, and Daniel doesn't.
Good God.
Now,
Don't even
you just
say
said
that.
that
Come on,
report's
now
very scary.
Now
but
he can say all that he wants, but then he says that, and
I
We're
love
still- we're
Indiana
still
Jones.
injured
Give me the
now.
Colts, baby.
It'd be Riley Leonard. So yeah.
right.
I will tell you guys this: if the Colts win this game and do it convincingly, as Miller was talking about, then I think we can start talking about deep run into the postseason.
Now,
here.
I don't think they're gonna do it convincingly.
That's going to make everybody
that
a
would
believer,
bring the
guys.
Chiefs to a 5-6, and let's never forget the Giants started out a season 5-6 and won a Super Bowl.
Oh, I'm sorry. If
So-
the Chiefs go 5-6 and they lose at home, it's over.
Let's
They're
just
done.
say-
All I'm
let's
saying,
just-
They're
the
done.
Giants and Eli Manning won a Super Bowl starting 5.
Let's just say we lose by
great,
3
but
points or
it's
4.
over.
Let's
It's
just say
over.
we lose by 3 or 4.
Let's live in the real world here. They're over at 5-6.
Correct.
So yeah, they're over.
100%.
And then I mean, all of a sudden, then everybody's talking about the Colts. Says, hey, this is legitimacy. This is a team that can go deep into the postseason.
good.
I'm going to make plans to go to Santa Clara, Brent.
Well, I tell you, you said it earlier too. This is that game, though. Even though they're the 5-5 Chiefs, this is that test game for the Colts.
Yes.
This is a game. If they go into moving over there, Miller. If they go into that game, if they go in to beat the Chiefs, that is going to be the what does take people over that hump.
Yes.
Proverbial hump of the Colts not being that true 8-2 team. This is going to be the challenge for them. I think it's going to be tough.
Sit tight. We'll talk about this on the other side. Mike Chappell with the latest on Daniel Jones going to join us coming up at the top of the hour as well. Free Spirit, we're in Castleton, Larceny Bourbon Locks, Luna Azul Tequila Shots. Yeah, there is a lot that feels like it hinges on this game coming up on Sunday. Back to you guys. That with the Pacers last night, IU tonight, Purdue later on tonight as well. Don't go anywhere. It's 93.5, 107.5 The Fan. here.
You look good in
Niederegger.
glasses.
Niederegger.
They work, don't they?
Yeah, they do. I can see.
Yeah.
I can't see anything without them.
Pretty amazing, isn't it?
So this is chocolate with scotch
Yeah.
from Derek White right here.
I'm a bit scared to eat this.
Why not?
I don't know, man.
Just do it, brother.
Last time
it's not
somebody,
bad. It's not
last
very
time
kind of
somebody
you,
gave me
Gabe.
something
Thank you, man.
chocolate.
It's
Thank you,
not
thank
bad
you.
at all.
Said, you'll be
Now-
okay. I
now,
was,
I want to make sure I
I was
realize
in a field by myself praying to God and trying to figure things out. But
this is Heaven Hill Distillery,
All right,
but I
I'm
want
gonna
to
give
make
this a
sure you're
run.
cool with that. That comes from Berlin, and he brought us some other stuff too. What else did we get?
if
He
I'm in the
knows-
fetal,
he
if I'm in
knows
the
us.
fetal position
I
in
love
the corner.
I love the fact
in
that he
like
knows
20
us as
minutes.
drinkers. He knows us as drinkers. He brought us this.
And I love it because this is something, Tamna Lavulan. I've not seen that one before, so that's a special treat from across the pond. That's
Is that from
awesome.
Scotland right there?
That is.
Because I got the same thing. Hey,
That
you can
is.
look at this online right now, AAA Membership Lounge via
It tastes
YouTube
good.
Live. You can check this out.
Tamna Vulan.
Did you open up the box and see what it? Should we start? Take a shot of it here. I mean, I kind of feel.
Shotgun.
Do you shoot that or?
That's more of a sipper, John.
what-
That's not a
Oh, is it a
shooter.
sipper right
It's a
here?
scotch. It's gonna-
Listen, I come from Greene County. Everything is a shooter.
You know the cool thing about this, though, I was
First
reading
one to finish wins.
Yeah,
a
exactly.
Sauvignon Blanc cask edition. So it's got that extra barrel twist to it with a little sweetness of some Sauvignon Blanc.
Okay, well, shout out to Derek White
Yeah,
for
D,
bringing
thanks,
that
brother.
back. Man, he had to bring all that back from Berlin for us right there. Thank you very much.
Shout out to Mike Poe, too, bringing a special bottle.
Hey,
Special
Derek,
treats. I love
Mike,
that.
if I'm in the
is in the
fetal
house.
position crying in like 20 minutes, you better call my wife. Let her know.
I believe
I
Mike
need help.
was wanting to donate to the toys for the kids too.
Mike Poe is good friends with a lot of IU people too, and he's going to
awesome.
bring some IU people on the show.
He's a great guy.
great
Absolutely.
great guy.
Yeah, we're blessed to be able to come out, and we get a lot of
telling
great
you.
people come out and join us. man.
And that's a part of what we do too. I mean, we have friends. We create friends, have friends, long-lasting friendships, and I've always loved this. For example, we have Nally and Miller with, obviously the Free Spirit and Joe's Grill locations, and there's Tommy S. over there. Tommy S. comes out to everything from Coach's Tavern downtown. It's like a brotherhood that I absolutely love. Right
It really is. And, I love getting. We get a lot of texts too. So this is from Kelly Eisenhower. Who wanted to say thanks to you. Helping with the benefit.
Yes.
You did the Hurricane Melissa for Jamaica here at the Free Spirit, which was 2 weeks ago now, I believe. Raised almost $1,500. You got 15 suitcases full of clothes, personal items. I was here. It was a great show. Brian Shaw came out and brought
came through,
8
yep.
full suitcases full of stuff. I mean, just amazing. Great people to a great cause. I know. And on the other side, we got Mr. Clay Von Dilligan sent us a text when he heard Mr. Nally hopping on air too. So
Yeah, Clay and I are going at it during fantasy. He's gonna.
Love it. Love
He
it.
said they'll put anybody on radio. I agree.
All right, a couple of things. I want to double back to our picks because we're kind of off a little bit regarding the Colts and the Chiefs. How do we feel about that going into Week 12 in Kansas City? Is this the litmus test that most of the national media believe this to be?
No,
No?
I do.
You do?
I do.
I don't.
Miller?
I don't think so because of this year and what we've seen throughout the NFL. We do not have name one great team, name one team that can't be beaten at all across the board.
So
Everybody-
it's like college football.
This is
agree.
very even. We haven't seen a year like this in a very long time where you don't at least have one or two teams where, like, if you can beat them, you may have a serious shot. And then you take those two teams and you take everybody that's challenged them, and those are your contenders for, honestly, the AFC and NFC championship games.
It is so the moment. And that's
This
why
one.
I love when you look at Carly Ursay-Gordon, allowing them to go for it right now with Sauce Gardner and making that move, because that defines what, Miller, you were just talking about. You're going forward in the moment right now because you don't know what the hell is going to happen. And the greatest example of that is the Pacers, where last year they go all the way to the Game 7 of the NBA Finals, and this year, everybody's happy they won their second game last night at Cambridge Fieldhouse because they're, absolutely
It felt good.
taken over by injuries. It did feel good, but it just is another reminder of if you've got it right now, take advantage of it right
how
now.
volatile those
Yeah.
opportunities are, and this is your season for so many teams. This could be that season to actually make a deep run, to be able to get to the final game, to be able to win the final game. I don't think anybody has a
does this
freaking solid
crush
position on it.
the whole mentality of building for the future? Do you just build for the now and worry about the future whenever the future starts to cross your path?
You've got to play it in the now. Right now, yeah, absolutely. I mean, and what they've built and what they've got going on, it's special. It is. Reason I say it's that litmus test, if you will. If you look at, Kansas City, that's just everybody thinks of the past, and they have been kings for the last 8 years, right? This is one of those games, though, that they're 5-5. They lose this, they're now going to have a hard time even making those playoffs. You look at teams like Denver.
They're in the best division
Absolutely.
in the NFL, too. That's the
Absolutely
other part
right.
of it.
And if you look back, so that they started off 0-2. They lost 2 games at home. They've won the next 4 games at home. They didn't have Rashee Rice. They've got their team coming back together a little bit. That's why I think it's going to be tough. I do think it's going to be a tough game, tough environment, tough place to play. I went there and watched the Packers play, and it is a toilet bowl of a stadium, and the fans and everything. But they're loud, they're proud. I think it's going to be a tough place to go into. And as we heard Cam saying, playing that weather, if you get some elements out there, it makes it tough too.
All right, fellas, sit tight. We'll come back with you guys on the other side. As large the Bourbon Locks, Luna Azul Tequila Shots. We did get some news regarding a limited participation in practice from Colts quarterback Daniel Jones. Mike Chappell has those words and thoughts on that coming up, and information at the top of the hour. And Kevin Todd, good friend of Brent Halverson, joins us coming up at 5:30 later on today as well. If you missed it, Cam Bynum was awesome. The Colts safety a little bit earlier. That podcast, 1075thefan.com. Week 12 finds us at the Free Spirit in Castleton. Miller and Nally rejoin along with Brent Halverson and you coming up on the other side. Don't go anywhere. It's 93.5, 1075 The Fan. John for Bullseye of Ingram.com. The Colts VIP tailgate presented by Hayes & Sons Restoration. Of course, when the Colts get back, Houston is going to be a part of that. We know that to be sure. But I also want to give you the opportunity that we're going to have a Big Ten pre-game party. Big Ten championship game, pre-game party on the 6th of December. All right, all you can eat, all you can drink. I'm going to go ahead and host that with DJ Sketch. We're going to have a blast, inside, outside, whatever the case might be. So here's what I'm going to do right now. I want you to log on and make sure you have your passes to the best pregame party anywhere. But I also, number 9, Corbin, right now at 239-1070. Somebody is going to win. We'll do this on the phones at 239-1070 right now. Corbin, get me number 9 to be a part of that Big Ten Conference title game pregame party at bullseyeeventgroup.com. Remember the Colts VIP tailgates? Remember this championship game pregame party? You can log on right now and make sure you're a part of both. And number 9, by the way, is a winner on bullseyeeventgroup.com. Is Smiley going to be there too? Is the number 2 DJ in Indy Dave Smiley of the Smiley Morning Show? You know how frustrated he's going to be when the JMV takeover takes a Christmas music hiatus after this Saturday? Dave Smiley's going to be all broken up regarding that. SPT is in the house. Free Spirit, Castleton, Larceny Bourbon Locks, Luna Azul Tequila Shots, Win Schuler Spreadability. You can find it Neiman's Harvest Market in Carmel. What a great place. They got great meat there, too. Meyer locations throughout the state of Indiana and Gordon's Food Service as well. Original sharp cheddar, bacon, and cheddar. Jalapeno pepper, that is the spreadability of Win Schuler's. Grab you some for elite-level snacking duties. Do that for you today. All right. I wanted to do this for you. Those that are on the text line right now, and Corbin, I think, is aware of this. 317-239-1070. I'm going to go ahead and give away another pair of pre-Big Ten championship game party passes with bullseye@eventgroup.com. I did it on the phone. Shout out to Jeff, who just won. But I've got more for you right here. And Kyle Kinnett really wants me to get you there. Plus, he also wants me to tell you about the tickets that they have. These tickets for this championship game are going to be hard-ass to find. They have them for you at bullseye.eventgroup.com. Now, these aren't tickets to the game. Pre-game party passes. With me as the host, DJ Skids plays the music. All you can eat, all you can drink. You know the drill on this. Number 30 at 317-239-1070 on the text line. Number 30, Corbin, that shall be your winner. We'll come back. Brent Holverson rejoins on the other side. Mike Chappell, the latest on Daniel Jones. So what is going on there with the limited participation in practice today? In front of the Colts in Kansas City coming up on Sunday. Cam Bynum a little bit earlier, the podcast for the Colts safety on this show. 1075thefan.com. Mike Chappell on the other side. Free Spirit, Castleton. We'd love to see you here for the free samples. Toys we want to collect from you as well for this time of year. Free Spirit, Castleton, 93.5, 1075 The Fan. Amazon Prime, or wherever that is. Great. Coming up tomorrow night for the Pacers in Cleveland. Pacers win last night. IU gets a game later on tonight. Purdue and Memphis in the Bahamas. We'll cover all that and more for you, too, at the Free Spirit on Larceny Bourbon Locks, Luna Azul Tequila Shots Thursday. Having a great time with Nally and Miller rejoining in a little bit, and Brent Holverson's good friend now, Kevin Todd, coming up at the bottom of the hour. Meantime, Cam Bynum, by the way, joined us at the start of the show. He was outstanding. Podcast 1075thefan.com. But on the Andy Moore Automotive Group hotline, the pride of CBS 4 and Fox 59, Mike Chappell joins us. So what's going on with Daniel Jones? This news kind of popped a little bit earlier today with his limited participation. What do you know?
That they're just being cautious. One thing that and again, they're very, very aware of how these things are viewed and digested. I get every impression from the people I've talked with. This is precautionary. Maybe there's a tightness in a calf, whatever, and they're not going to push it. They're simply not going to push it. I think he'll be fine. This is me playing a doctor, but if we see things every week where Kenny Moore gets a day off, or Forrest Buckner gets a day off, or Zaire Franklin. Whenever the quarterback is on the participation report, it's not a good thing, and it raises eyebrows. But I'm pretty confident that this is not a big deal, other than Daniel Jones has a sore calf.
So I started to Cam Bynum a little bit earlier, and I asked him, I said, so if your team and the rest of the world says, hey, this is like a do-or-die situation for you, like everybody's describing Kansas City at 5-5, in the NFL's most competitive division, the AFC West, this is kind of a must-win situation for them. And he says, I think we as players go through that every week. So is this just your average week for the Chiefs at home against the Colts? Because obviously this game looks much different than it did to start the season on the schedule for everybody, including the Chiefs. Is this just your average Sunday afternoon at Arrowhead?
No, if you had your radio show in Kansas City, you'd be harping on must win, folks, must win.
Yes.
I mean, certainly they're not eliminated or whatever, but to fall to 5-6, in this is like in golf when you're like in third or fourth place, you're only a couple of strokes behind, but there's like four guys between you and the leader. They're third, so they've got to not only pass the Chargers, but find a way to get up there with Denver. So, and they're running out of games. There's only 7 games left. So, desperation is a very good word, I think. Going to 5-6 would really make it difficult for them to get back. It just would. I think that there could be a pucker factor with the Chiefs. Although I say that, but my God, they've had so much success with Mahomes.
Yeah.
It's crazy. He has never lost 3 straight games, and they haven't lost 3 straight games under Andy Reid since 2017. So this is uncharted territory for them. So the Colts are going to get Kansas City's best shot, because if the Chiefs lose this one, they have some really tough sledding there to play.
Man, so much success over the years in one-score games, and it's certainly not the same. What do you point the finger? And I will also, Mike, tell you something else. Everybody kind of views this game, and I would agree, as a litmus test of sorts for the Colts. But I would also suggest for the offensive line and the ball security from the quarterback, because we've seen the past 2 games and what that type of pressure has done to this Colts offense. And then the Chiefs rarely consistently get after the quarterback. So even with Steve Spagnuolo, if they're able to do that, I think all of a sudden you're waving a red flag coming up after Sunday.
Well, the thing is, the Colts can spin it however they want. We mentioned, well, what did you do over the bye week to look at this? Are you concerned? Well, we're not overly concerned. But when you've got a weakness, not a possible weakness, a weakness, on protecting the quarterback, whether it's the offensive line, whether it's Jonathan Taylor not picking up the blitz, whether it's whatever, or Daniel Jones not recognizing the blitz or not getting rid of the ball when he should. It's a weakness, and teams are going to keep coming at that weakness. They're just, until you fix it, they're going to come after you. So whatever the problems have been, I still think it's. I don't think the tackles are holding up like they should on the edge. But until you get that fixed, people are going to come after you. And Spagnuolo's he's going to come after them and say, "Well, have you fixed it?" And if not, they're going to be all over Daniel Jones. And we've seen that when he has protection and they can do things, they're pretty good. And any quarterback, and that includes Mahomes, if you get in his face and bring him down, their 2 Super Bowl losses have been because they couldn't protect him, and they got him beat up against Tampa and Philly. So this is not complicated either way. The Colts have got to fix their issues, and you've got to keep your quarterback to where he can throw to all these receivers and Tyler Warren and use Jonathan Taylor, and don't get behind in the score to where you can't use Jonathan Taylor. So it's not complicated. The issue is not complicated, but fixing it, this is on the coaching staff and the players to get it fixed, because until you get it fixed, you're going to deal with this problem.
To Mike Chappell of CBS 4 and Fox 59 on the Andy Moore Automotive Group hotline. I do agree with that. So I talked to Cam Bynum a little bit earlier, and his expectation is at the highest level for when healthy and everybody's out there, what this secondary is going to look like. Is that your expectation for what we're going to see against Patrick Mahomes coming up in Kansas City Sunday?
Yeah, I wrote about this yesterday, and I mentioned this is their best cornerback starters since ever. I can't, Gerard Powers and when you had Kelvin Hayden and Marlon Jackson and those guys, but not to this level, not to this level at all. And it does give them options what they can do. When you had Mooney Ward and when he was playing without the concussions, when they needed to, they put him on the other team's best receiver. The last game with Sauce Gardner, he wasn't on Drake London all the time, but when he needed to be, he was, and he played well. So this way, you really don't need to flip them around unless you think one guy's got a better matchup. So you got the two sides. You got the two outsides taken care of, and then you got Kenny Moore in the middle. Now, what they're going to do about Travis Kelce, I don't know. Whether that's Kenny Moore or Jalen Jones, I don't know. But all of a sudden, you're awful strong in the back end, and now Jalen Jones is your fourth guy, and Mekhi Blackman is your fifth guy. That's pretty strong. And I really think they're going to play a lot of dime, a lot of extra DBs to deal with all the different threats that KC's got. So it's really as strong as they've been on the back end in a long, long time. And the only downside, obviously, is not having to force Buckner. That's just huge, and there's no way you can compensate for not having him, other than if the back end holds up another half second or second, it should give the pass rush on the outside a chance to get to the quarterback and get him on the ground. But I like that. Yes. Go ahead.
Are you concerned that DeForest Buckner doesn't play again this year?
No, I think he will. It was it's funny how he put that out there where he went to Panama and had that stem cell infusion or injections, whatever you want to call it. I think he plays. I do. Although whenever you see Nick, that's never a good thing. I can think of a couple players with necks that it didn't turn out well. Yeah. I think he will. And going to Panama just shows that he did that was it last year with his ankle. That these players they will go to great lengths to get back on the field, and I think he plays only because I know Buckner, and it takes something extremely significant for him not to play. And with the neck, it's significant. I hope he plays. I think he plays. that's only based on being around him and knowing him how I do as far as how bad he wants to play.
So Mike Chappell of CBS 4 on Fox 59. He's on the Andy Moore Automotive Group hotline. This is, at least on paper, the best secondary the Colts have had since when?
That's what I think, on paper ever. I mean, I can't think when you're talking, if you're just talking to 4 starters, which leaves Kenny Moore out, which I don't want to do. I don't know. I mean, they never had that collection of talent in the secondary. Yeah, you had Bob Sanders, and Antoine Bethea was a great player. Gerard Powers, Ray Buchanan, again, Hayden and Marlon Jackson. But never like this. Never like this. I mean, look what it took to get this together. $60 million for Mooney Ward and $60 million for Cam Bynum and 2 first-round draft picks and A.D. Mitchell for Sauce Gardner. I mean, that's a commitment that we have not seen here ever at that position. So you should have high expectations and high potential on the back end. And again, it's easy to get Kenny Moore lost in the shuffle of all these big names, but Kenny Moore's darn good. He's darn good. One of the top 3 or 4 slots in the league at still. So again, it should bode well for the rest of the season when you've got some really good quarterbacks coming up, starting Sunday. And how often have we seen these receivers running open? Nico Collins, for crying out loud! I still have visions of him running down the middle of the field. That should not be the case moving forward.
To Mike Chappell, CBS 4, Fox 59. He's on the Andy Moore Automotive Group hotline. All right, Jonathan Taylor. Do you think, I look back at the Pittsburgh game, he had 45 yards on the ground. They turned the ball over 6 times. It was a mess. It was still a 1-score game, by the way, but it was a mess of a loss. And then, what he did in Berlin the last time out, the week prior to the bye week, where do you think he sits right now in terms of MVP thoughts in knowing that running back since 2012 they haven't won anything and it's normally a quarterback award? Where do you think he sits right now in terms of that public opinion across the NFL landscape?
I've not seen the latest Vegas odds. I would think it's like Matthew Stafford, Drake May, and then JT. I'm not sure who else should put up there with a straight face. Josh Allen, maybe. He's had a couple of bad games. But the problem, the issue facing JT moving forward is it's hard for him to have a bad game, like another Pittsburgh game, and not have it really count against him. I mean, Sam Darnold throws 4 interceptions last week, and if he has a couple of games where he's all of a sudden back on it, then he's back in the discussion. So it's just that the perception on running backs is you better be awfully good. 25 touchdowns and 1,800 yards and be on a team that wins the division, which I think is important. I still, and I don't mean to be a hater. I'm not. I still think a quarterback is generally going to win it because the ball's in his hands and everything that goes on offensively starts with him. And with the Colts, if you lose Daniel Jones for a month, you're in real trouble with what they have at backup. And that's, I don't mean to dump on Riley Leonard, but he's a rookie. If you lose JT, I think they could maybe put together a running game that's God, it would still be bad. It would still be bad. But I think they could operate their offense a little bit easier without Taylor. Although, my goodness, the season he's on now, it's off the charts. It's just that he can't. It'd be hard to have another Pittsburgh game to where they get behind, they don't give him the ball, and then he just loses more ground. I still think Offensive Player of the Year is where it's headed, and I know I'll get a lot of hate over that, but I certainly understand the bias towards the quarterback because I've got that bias. I do. But again, I think if he stays at this level and Matthew Stafford slows down a little bit, I think he's got a decent chance. But he would have, his numbers would have to be so over the top to get the better of a quarterback, and I just don't know. The game's not in his control. The quarterback controls everything, and it's possible for the Colts to have a good game without JT going off. And I'm curious. He's got to throw up some really great numbers for the rest of the season to be in that mix of the top one or two, maybe three guys at the end.
Hey, Mike, running it to throw it this weekend as opposed to throwing it to run it and close it, might there be a flip of sorts with the offensive play calling mentality from Shane Steichen?
Possibly. That's not what they've done. That's not really generally what they've done. They have been throwing to start and JT really going off in the second half. But they're very good. They're very creative. They're very good at finding what best ways to go about this. And again, like I said, you're gonna face a desperate team. I think this is one of those that you need to get off to a really good start, or at least not a bad start, and somewhat neutralize that crowd. I've been to Arrowhead, and that place, it's like going to a college game with how loud it is. And boys, if you give that crowd a reason to really come down on you, they will. So this is, I think we'll know into the first quarter whether this is going to be a decent game. Whether maybe you or someone mentioned this being a litmus test on the Colts, because some people still nationally may wonder how good they are. I remember them going out to SoFi and throwing up 38 on the Chargers, and they should have beat the Rams, who might be the best team in the league. So I sort of think they're going to win. I picked them to win on our podcast, and that's because they've already, except for Pittsburgh, which is a black hole, they've played well on the road. So I expect them to play pretty well on Sunday.
So Mike Chappell of CBS 4 and Fox 59. He's on the Andy Moore Automotive Group hotline. Cam Bynum called in at 3 o'clock, Mike, and you know this to be true. What an outstanding personality. Really good player, outstanding personality.
It's funny. I'm always kind of selfish when they make these player moves. I want them to bring in a guy that's a great locker room guy. And if he's a good player, that's great too. But there's probably a half a dozen, maybe 10 guys in that locker room that are go-to. And, Michael Pittman and Bernard Ryman's good, but boy, Cam Bynum he's always bringing stuff. He's always giving you good stuff. He's always in a good mood. I mean, I'm sure there are times he's not in a good mood, but we don't see it. And he's a pretty daggone good player too. So again, it's another one of those moves that Ballard made. $60-some million for a safety, and he's so far he's been worth it.
Do you think? People ask me this all the time in closing, Mike, and you would know this better than anybody. I think that given the situation, Jim Irsay, if he were here, would be doing the same thing, would be allowing the Colts to make moves for Sauce Gardner in the fashion in which Carly Irsay-Gordon has done. You agree with me on that? Yeah.
If Jim were in his, in good form to where he's really healthy and all that, yes. He was always about giving the team the best chance to win, and sometimes it was investing money in guys that didn't really deserve it, and it didn't work out, almost to a fault. But this was Chris Ballard really wanting to do this, and Carly Irsay was Gordon. She was along each time when this came up with him. This isn't something that he sprang on her. So, but she gave, Albert Burr had that. She gave the full support, and that's what you want. Just give your team a chance. They did the stuff in the off season because they thought they needed to. They did Sauce Gardner because we're 8-2. We're 7-2 at the time, and we've got a chance to do something. And you say that's a bold move, and it just shows you how committed they are. Not desperate, but they saw the opportunity to do something to maybe take this team over the top.
It's Mike Chappell with CBS 4 and Fox 59. He's on the Andy Moore Automotive Group hotline. It is always a pleasure. Enjoy the game this weekend, and we'll finally see one another again coming up a week from Sunday, which is nice in the press box. Nice.
Looking forward to it.
Thanks, Mike. Mike Chappell of CBS 4 and Fox 59. Brent Holverson rejoins from Heaven Hill Distillery at the Free Spirit in Castleton.
Free Spirit, always a great time to be here, and nice and festive with the fall Thanksgiving lights going on over there. Got a nice crowd in here and some great people here. And
SPT's over there, buddy.
SPT made it in the house. Sipping on a little JMV special with a Larceny Ginger over there at that table. All those guys, yeah.
They're throwing a party.
That's right.
Coming up on Sunday. Is it Collinsworth's house? Oh, man. We'll go tear that thing up.
Sean Collinsworth, another great guy out there.
Yes, he is.
Absolutely.
No doubt about that. And not next week, but 2 weeks, because we're not doing this. You may do it on next Wednesday when I'm out. And next Wednesday I'll be at Brothers in Broad Ripple, per usual. But after that, we're going to Columbus. Is that true?
We are going to Columbus, my man. Looking forward to that. It'll be our first time. We're going to the Garage Pub and Grill.
Love that. Now, that's not too far. Bartholomew County is close to Jackson County. Not too far.
You know what? I used to hang out quite a bit in Columbus, 20 minutes north of Seymour. So,
did you go to the Fair Oaks Mall back in the day?
Went to the Fair Oaks Mall. That was a hot spot to go to.
Yes, it was.
It was a hot spot, yeah. Garage Pub is at 308 4th Street. So it is on 4th Street in Columbus, and it is a great spot. New ownership, and they've got they do a lot of live music, big sports bar, great food, and we're gonna have some great Heaven Hill cocktails. So I'm looking forward to that,
man. That is awesome. Great. Thinking outside the box right there.
Yeah.
I love the fact last week we go to upstairs in Bloomington, and then coming up the week after next, we go to Columbus.
It's going to be fun. And we're just down the road from our good friend Christian Webb over at Brown County Music Center.
Shout out. He sent me a text a little bit earlier.
Oh, he's a great dude, man. I'm going to reach out to him because also that same night in Brown County is the Old Crow Medicine Show, which is
that's all you all the time.
An amazing show.
Well, he's got to hook me up because coming up at the beginning of wintertime, it is going to be Yacht Rock Review down at what is the incredible facility at Brown County Music Center.
That's one of the best new. When I say new, it's been around for a couple of years now, but best new venues. I mean, the sound is awesome.
Yeah.
There's not a seat further than 100. I think he said 103 feet from the very back to the stage.
Did a great job.
And it's awesome. It is, and the talent that they're bringing in there is unbelievable. So,
and we can view talent in different ways too.
We absolutely could.
A lot of talent, buddy.
Absolutely
a lot of talent rolling in there.
That's right.
So shout out to Christian too. I think Yacht Rock Review is in January or February, but. I got to go see the guys from Yacht Rock Review coming up, too. Hey, Windschuler Spreadability. Hey, make sure you have that either tonight. You got basketball with IU, right? You got Purdue and the Bahamas later on this evening. Elite level snacking. Maybe it's the Thursday night game you have as well, but elite level snacking starts with Windschuler Spreadability. Original bacon and cheddar, sharp cheddar, and jalapeno pepper. You can find it here in Central Indiana, really throughout the state, but Central Indiana, Neiman's Harvest Market, which is a great location in Carmel. Gordon's Food Service has it too. In every Meijer location of the state of Indiana with the glorious spreadability of Windschuler's. Brent rejoins us coming up on the other side. Nally and Miller, too. Free Spirit, the Harrah's Hoosier Park race of the day on the way, and Kevin Todd's going to join us. Brent Holverson's good friend. That's coming up on the other side. Don't go anywhere. The stream, the app, HD Radio, AAA Membership Lounge via YouTube Live, 93.5, 107.5 The Fan.
Awesome, and hopefully, Vince.
Got to make that cash.
You got to make that cash. Absolutely.
You start living that life. You can't
you,
let that cash fall off, buddy.
I'll tell you what, John. I mean, Motley Crue was kind of the soundtrack to me growing up. You know, what I mean, it was Motley Crue all through the '80s and early '90s, and then I found the Grateful Dead. So they still hold a big place in my heart. I have a great story, though. I don't know if I ever told you this.
Yes.
So back in, I think it was probably 2005 or 6. I had the pleasure. I was working at National Wine and Spirits at the time, and Vince Neil came out with a tequila called Tres Rios.
Okay.
And Jim, what's Jim's name? Jim, I can't think of it right now, but awesome guy. He was a brand manager and said, "Hey, Brent, you're a big Motley Crue fan, right?"
Yeah.
Because I want you to we got to take some people down, went out on the Motley Cruise. So I was, I had to I took 12 retailers out. We went to Motley Cruise. I got to do a bikini contest with him in the Bahamas. I got to.
You probably got a little.
He came up to me in the Bahamas. I was at the sports book, and I was going up, placing a couple bets, and he came up and said, "What's your one play you like, man?" I said, "I love the Colts. Colts are like -3 or something. I forget who they were playing. They smoked them." He won, so I won $50, $100, whatever my little time money is. He won $15,000 on the Colts, and he came up and thanked me. And I sat at the bar with him and his wife, the ex-adult star.
Cool.
And we sat there, and I was expecting to sit there and just get hammered and drink tequila.
Was that before
with
Lisa?
him. No, me on there.
Oh, was she really?
Was with me. We were married then.
Well, it was before Lisa. You might have been able to find it.
No, I had my girl there. But we sat there, and he drank Chardonnay. Him and his wife drank Chardonnay. Is all they drank. And I'm over there slamming his tequila. It was awesome, man. And I got 6th place in the poker tournament. That was awesome. So good time.
He was taking it. That's Brett Halverson right there. Natalie and Miller hanging out. But our good friend Kevin Todd is on here. Kevin Todd listening to every word. Kevin, do you believe that Motley Crue, Brett Halverson story right there? Do you buy it?
What's that?
Do you buy that whole Motley Crue story with Brent Halverson?
I don't believe anything comes out of his mouth.
Kevin, man, come on, bro.
All right, Brent, I believe you. How about
bro?
Brent lies, I swear.
Man.
Oh, man. Well, you guys are on the same page. I love the way you guys are working. Man, you guys are doing a hell of a job, Kevin. Where do we start going into this week?
Listen, let me tell you, we have a great matchup tonight, Buffalo at Houston. And let me tell you, every one of your listeners right now that calls, I'm going to give them tonight's information absolutely free. All they need to do is dial 888-320-7517. That's 888-320-7517. They get tonight's game, Buffalo at Houston, absolutely free. And let me tell you guys something. If your listeners have been with me since week 1, a $500 better right now is up $15,000. A $1,000 better right now is up over $30,000 on the season. That's how strong the information is. And not only that, I'm documented 18-7 on Thursday night NFL since last season, and I guarantee I win this game tonight, folks, or I will give you the rest of the month of November absolutely free. All you have to do is give me a call at 888-320-7517. That's 888-320-7517. I'm going to tell you guys a known fact. When it comes to sports wagering, 98% of the people out there, they lose. It's a fact. Only 2% make money. I'm in the top 1% of that 2%. You give me a call right now. I will give you tonight's winner, Buffalo at Houston, absolutely free.
Oh, Kevin Todd right there's got it straightened out for you. My brother, you are. We're keeping track too, man. You're laying it out for everybody right here. You got it.
Well, let me tell you right now, I love this game. And as always, I'm going to give your listeners a free game now. If you remember a couple of weeks ago on the Friday Night Lights, I gave you North Carolina over Syracuse. I'm going to give you another Friday Night Lights game right now. It's Hawaii at UNLV, and I'm going to take Hawaii here plus the 3. They're coming off a huge win at home against San Diego State, winning that game 38-9. And let me tell you, they're playing this UNLV team who was off to a huge start, 6-0. Since then, they've lost 2, they've won 2, plus the fact that Hawaii is 7-2 straight up and 7-1-1 against the spread in this matchup. And Hawaii is one of those teams that has a really good offense. They outgain UNLV's offense by over 100 yards. Give me Hawaii here, plus the 3, not only to cover, but to win the game outright. But more important right now, I'm telling you, I love this game. It is Buffalo at Houston. It's yours free. You give me a call at 888-320-7517. Let me build your bankroll. Let me start your week off winning, folks. My clients right now, they're moving 4 to 5 times their normal wager on this game, gentlemen. If they could be a part of something special, get a part of my inner circle. Give me a call right now at 888-320-7517.
Kevin, so I got a question. With the big slate that we have out there again, going through and picking these games, how do you hone in and pick those specific games? I know you've got a great inner circle that you're dealing with. What's some keys that you do to eliminate and find that 1 or 2 spots that are out there?
Well, what you got to do is you got to look at the injuries. You got to look at, and you got to break these games down. You got to analyze them. You got to look at the weather, and you got to look sometimes these teams how they played the previous week. You got to look, and you also got to look at how these teams do it. Look ahead games, who they got on deck. That's how we break these games down. And I'm telling you right now, I love this matchup tonight. Buffalo at Houston. You give me a call at 888-320-7517. I'm going to give him tonight's game. Buffalo at Houston, absolutely free.
It's Kevin Todd right there every Thursday as he's with us on the Andy Moore Automotive Group hotline. Hey, Kevin, man, we appreciate that as always. Go to it, and we'll do it again next Thursday.
Well, next Thursday's Thanksgiving. Won't be around, so happy Thanksgiving to you guys. Have a
2
great
weeks.
holiday,
Same to you.
and I'll speak to you guys in 2 weeks.
You
Sounds
got it.
good, Kev.
Thank you, Kevin. Kevin Todd right
Thanks,
there.
Kevin.
Kevin Todd on the Andy Moore Automotive Group hotline. He's right. Next week is
that is
Thanksgiving.
It's hard to think. I mean, it just comes quickly, right? I mean, it's right here.
So did you buy what he was talking about right there, game-wise?
Yeah, these guys, it's always tough. They got the inner. It is. It's all information. Is what it comes down to. I mean, we can all see who's injured and who's not, but it's all information. Things that that we don't know that's going to happen. You see it in the line moves and stuff. I'm always intrigued though how they got the inner circle. I'd like to be able to. I want to go sit down at a table and hear when these lines makers put these games out and they go, we know everybody's going to bet on the Chiefs or whatever the big name teams are, the Steelers, the Packers. They're going to raise it up based on a name, right? I would love to see that line being formed, and I want to meet some of these wise guys that are making these plays.
Well, I can tell you right now that I do a lot of larceny and sometimes Luna Zool, and I look at the lines and it's on the dogs and the favorites, and then you got to look at the injuries. And
Hey,
that's awesome, man.
I have a question for both of you right here.
Yeah, you gotta have the right juice.
The right juice, my friend. That's it.
Everybody covering the Colts right now says Daniel Jones in his limited participation in practice is going to be okay. It's going to be all right. Are you guys buying that, or are you a little bit more skeptical?
I am, because I didn't really know much about it, and then when it was kind of loosely thrown out there, I mean, it's a little voice for concern, but there's also a lot of chess match going on, right?
Yeah,
so if you're going to throw some stuff out there, a little poker, right? Going to show a little bit of a card here and there.
Thursday, they got to put injury reports out.
Yeah. But, good to hear. I mean, he definitely need him back behind center to have a chance going into Kansas City.
Hey, we should remind you, too, the game's going to be here at the Free Spirit. You've got Memphis and Purdue. IU going to start as well, but Memphis and Purdue in the Bahamas. Memphis 1-2 in the season. Purdue ranked number 1. Memphis, however, 7-1 in their past history versus ranked teams. Be interesting to watch. That starts at 6 o'clock from the Bahamas. That is Purdue and Memphis. You can watch that right here. IU also right here, and Thursday Night Football right here as well, a Free Spirit. We'll come back with Nally and Miller coming up on the other side. Brent Halverson rejoins for a final time as well. But right now, 50 in betting, 50 in dining, courtesy of Harrah's Leisure Park Racing and Casino in Anderson. You guys ready to do it? Here it is, your Harrah's Leisure Park race of the day.
Purdue's 14.
And I know Brent and I love Tony Wren's a great deal. Tony Wren, shout out to you for doing this, and we cannot wait to do it again coming up in 2026.
We need to get Tony. We need to get a date set, and we got to get Tony out. I need to. It's been too long. I mean,
Yes.
he's such a great dude.
He's a great
Well, it only
dude.
comes out during concert season, I feel like.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
You see him
man.
up there, Ruoff, in your box?
Every now and
He's a
then.
big music fan. He does.
No,
and
there's
he-
no doubt
And
about
he lives
that,
really
yeah.
close
He's a
to.
class act, man.
He is.
He's
He
a
is.
great guy. Absolutely.
So what do you guys got going on here tonight now? It's Nally and Miller here with the Free Spirit, Larceny Bourbon Locks, Luna Azul, Tequila Shots. We're in Castleton. What do you got going on here tonight?
Well, tonight we got IU and Purdue going on. It's
Yes.
it's 6 o'clock early. Both of
Bahamas
them.
and Bloomington right here
Yeah,
is what you
tandem
got. Lindenwood,
Lindenwood.
Yeah,
IU, and
Lindenwood.
Memphis and Purdue
yeah.
tonight.
I use a 33.5-point favorite.
Yes.
Purdue is a 14.5-point favorite.
Yes. And and you look at Memphis. Memphis 7-1 in their last 8 against ranked teams. Purdue's number 1. Purdue looks really good right now.
Penny Hardaway or Penny still the coach of Memphis?
It's the Memphis Tigers.
Yeah.
So
still
yes.
Penny. Do you remember back in the day?
There's
Little
no
Penny?
doubt. Do you remember Baskerville Holmes?
Oh, I do.
Who was a
I
player
do.
for the Tigers back then? I think they're 1-2 on the season and off to a bit of a struggling start. But yeah, again in the past they've been
Matt
beyond
Painter
what's
might
yet.
be one of the best NCAA coaches outside of Tom Izzo in the.
He is right there.
collegiate
He is right there among them. There is no doubt about that.
You know, pretty cool. Mount Vernon Marauder, Luke Ertl. He's going to be going to play for Purdue next year, which is going to be fun to watch him play. He's a stud too. So I always love seeing kids come through that we've had a chance to see locally and moving on to a big squad
going on
like
the
Purdue.
left-handed sweet shooter over there
Yeah,
at Mount Vernon.
absolutely right.
Is Luke from
southpaw,
what I
huh?
hear. Yeah,
Southpaw.
from what I hear, Luke is a very accomplished shooter and really he kind of fits the mold of Matt Payne.
Oh, absolutely,
Right? Coming
yeah.
out of high school.
I'm a southpaw, and I remember you and I during the ESPN outing during the summer, and you were out there.
I was whipping
and
a little
you and
ass.
you and I went back to back on threes, and then I hit 2, and then you hit 2, and you were just
Oh, at the
I
golf
was
outing, yeah.
on
just
the
too much.
fire.
And just for donations, I lost like $200 that I said. Then we started doing free throws.
Yep.
And I think I buried 2 in a row, and then Nick Gallulo showed up and
Messed everything up.
handed me a Lunazul, and
Hey, I did want to ask you because I know we got Thanksgiving and all that. We'll
Yeah.
roll into the holiday, and we got a Joe's Grill coming up.
Chili
here.
cook-off,
The chili
right?
cook-off, right?
Joe's Grill Castleton, our 16th annual
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Joe's Grill Chili Cook-Off on Sunday, December 7th.
Yes.
It's a big one.
There's the big
It's right around the
you're
corner.
a judge. I mean,
I will be there for you.
We let you leave with toilet paper and Tums and
Well, I
usually
can't eat
15 to
anything
20
like that
chilies.
right now. I can take little quick bites and stuff, and I can evaluate.
Yeah.
I'm not going to likely eat an entire bowl or anything like that.
Oh, I am, because there's a lot of great chili.
There
that
is some great chili right
people
there.
donate there.
I'm
yeah.
a
You know who
listen,
never wins that I always love? Brian Lerman. And his
oh yeah, but he always puts
super
he has
spicy
put in
chili.
every single year.
Like and like he never misses. He's like, they're not gonna like it. It's gonna be too spicy. And he goes and he gets all the Scotch bonnet.
Oh,
Freaking ghost pepper.
Proceeds go to Peyton Man's Children's Hospital, and my son was in that unit for when he was 5 years old, and we met the director there, my wife and I, and
You're a good
it's
man.
a great charity.
It's awesome, man.
Night before Thanksgiving, we got Andrew Young Band here at the Free Spirit jamming out. We have Chasing Katie at Joe's Westfield. It's always a good time.
This is the night before Thanksgiving, so that's
Yeah.
that's a
Yeah,
big night,
this
right? That's
Crazy
the
Wednesday.
Yeah, Crazy
The
Wednesday.
Crazy Wednesday, where everybody goes out and
Easy way to put it.
fuels up for the fuel on Thursday.
no doubt about that, guys.
What are you guys doing on Thanksgiving?
I don't know just yet what I'm doing. I'll have to go get my mom and do something. I don't know if we're gonna do tradition or if I'm gonna take her someplace maybe on that Friday to a bar and grill down in Jasper that she likes called Snaps. Maybe I'm not quite sure yet. Hey,
Nice.
give us a little love of the product.
Hey, Heaven Hill Brands, we're honored to be here with great partners and friends
Yep.
like Mr. Miller and Mr. Nally here at Free Spirit. Cheers, gentlemen.
Cheers to you guys,
Yeah.
man.
Juice.
Love you guys. You
We
guys are the
appreciate it
absolute
all.
best.
That's juice in the house.
Yeah.
Happy early Thanksgiving to all. We will not have a Thanksgiving show next week, but hopefully we'll talk Wednesday. We'll talk a little football. And the following week, we will be at the Garage Pub in Columbus.
You got
Columbus,
that right.
Indiana.
You got that right. Thank you,
Hope all
guys.
your listeners have a great Thanksgiving, and JMV, as always, you're a class act.
back at you.
Not so much, but,
All right, last time we're here. So.
Yeah. Now, Miller, thank you guys. Free Spirit and Castleton Windshield Spreadability has got you covered, too. Find it at your favorite Meyer location in the state of Indiana. Dev, Brandon, Alicia, thank you guys over there as well. Brent Halverson, thank you. Hey, tomorrow, Bud Light Blue Friday, the District Tap, Clearwater Crossing, Colts tickets. I'll see you there live with Denary.